not be fixed by people like Hasan telling young men not to aspire for anything and saying stupid shit like telling people it's cool to steal.
Would you steal from Whole Foods?
I'm pro stealing from big corporations.
Like, what in the fucking LARP is that? Yeah, stealing is so cool, dude. Let's just steal from big corporations so those big corporations move out of that community, and then that community turns into a crime-ridden, unsafe shithole ghost town and a food desert. Like, yeah, bro, you're really fighting the man. Listen, you can tell people that billionaires are the real enemy until you are blue in the face, and it might be true, but Jeff Bezos isn't the one stabbing them on a train, you know? You can't have a peaceful, functioning, socialist, or even social democratic society with the delusional social policies of Hasan Piker. You just can't.
This is not appropriate, right? It's incredible that one even has to say that, but it's not appropriate to tell people to steal. To tell people that they can do whatever they want, and that includes stealing. That's not appropriate. It's not good to steal. Because just as she said, your community will become a food desert. Because, okay, you may not like this business, you may not like this businessman. All good and fine, but they are the organization that currently has the logistics to get your food to you. They'll go to the farmer, they'll go to whomever else, and yeah, maybe they'll pay a cheap price or whatever, but they are the ones, this logistic chain, which they happen to own and manage, is what gets the food to you in your store. Oh, but they're getting an inappropriate profit out of that. Okay. But the way to solve that is not to completely disrupt and destroy the supply chain by stealing, because if you steal, then the supply chain is going to be all over. It's going to be done. It's going to be done with the supply chain. And what's going to happen then? You don't have any more supply chain. Well, you don't have the supply chain. People are not going to get the food to you because there's not going to be any financial incentive for them to do it. And so if people are not motivated to produce, there is mass starvation. This is what we saw in several countries, which maybe had very great ideas. But if you don't manage your money carefully and people become demotivated, they don't become motivated to do what's proper, then you start to run into problems. So the police helps people be motivated to act right because they don't want to be arrested or have enforcement act upon their bodies in other ways. And then also money helps people motivated because they understand that there's going to be a reward for their actions. And if they don't understand there's going to be a reward for their actions, they're not going to engage in the actions. They're going to be motivated to be inactive, to just lay their legs up, or instead engage in crime, which is even worse, right? Take stuff from other people because it's not worth it to work if you're not going to get any money. So by taking stuff from the grocery store, as Hasan is incentivizing people to do, and maybe he's doing it in jest, I'm totally ready to conceive of him doing this in jest as a little joke. I can accept that. But as a practical policy, even as an idea to entertain, it is something that will have dire consequences very quickly. And those dire consequences will mean that you become a food desert and ultimately you starve through criminal enterprise, which will take the place of honest labor once money is not able to pass hands. So we should avoid that.